Have you ever pondered the abundance of resources around us and our responsibility towards them? In the hustle and bustle of our modern world, we often forget to appreciate the bountiful provisions around us and the role we play in their stewardship. Our sacred text, the Bible, offers a wealth of wisdom on this topic. It paints a vivid picture of God's abundant provision. In Genesis 1:29, God's words echo across the ages. "Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of all the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food." This divine decree underlines the natural world's inherent abundance and God's intention for us to partake in it freely. In Psalm 104:24-30, the psalmist extols God's wisdom in creating a world brimming with life and resources. The earth, teeming with God's creatures, is constantly renewed and sustained by His divine order. However, with God's generous provision comes human responsibility. As stated in Genesis 2:15, we are placed in the Garden of Eden, not as passive observers but as active stewards, entrusted to work it and keep it. This theme of stewardship is echoed in the New Testament. Paul, in his first letter to the Corinthians, reminds us that as stewards, we are required to be faithful. This suggests that we are not the owners, but the caretakers of God's resources, and we are accountable for their just and equitable use. Yet the distortion of this divine gift often arises from human actions. The pursuit of greed, power, and exploitation has led to an imbalance in the distribution of resources. This is not a failure of God's provision, but rather a consequence of human choices. Proverbs 14:31 warns against the repercussions of such choices, stating that those who oppress the poor insult their maker, while those who are generous to the needy honor him. This verse underscores the importance of justice and compassion in our stewardship. So it's clear that the challenges we face regarding resources are not due to a lack of divine provision, but rather a deviation from God's intended order by human choices. God has provided abundantly, and our role as stewards requires us to manage these resources wisely and justly. As we navigate the complexities of our world, remember the divine wisdom found in the Bible. Instead of blaming God, strive to fulfill our role as stewards, working towards a world where God's abundant provision is shared equitably and all can partake in the blessings of the Creator without deprivation or discrimination.